Hey there folks, Ash here with some more Power Rangers related videos. Now this one I kind of found while scrounging the internet looking for something to talk about, and it's an interview with Ryan Parrott talking about Ranger Slayer, her new costume, and the status quo. Now the status quo is something I want to talk about because not many people have read Ranger Slayer, which is okay. I mean, you don't have to read it, but it's recommended you read it moving forward into Draken New Dawn and stuff like that, because this is sort of like the prelude to it, and a lot of people are still confused about when I post photos of Ranger Slayer. They don't know what's going on, so I recommend reading Ranger Slayer or watching my review of Ranger Slayer, because that will basically fill you in with everything going on. So let's talk about Ranger Slayer and the interview Parrott did with comicbook.com. So let's talk about it. Power Rangers Ranger Slayer brought fans back to the world of the coinless, and it introduced a whole new status quo by the issue's end. Part of that was establishing a new leader and with a sense of order for Draken's kingdom, and it meant Ranger Slayer is now in charge of keeping the peace and uniting Draken's forces and the coinless. Comicbook.com had the chance to speak to the Ranger Slayer writer Ryan Parrott, and all about the big issue included Heart's ascension to the throne and that killer new costume she received as part of her leadership role. I want to get into that. That is a cool costume that Kimberly got at the end of the issue. Okay, so here's what Ryan said. Yeah, I mean, it was a long conversation with Daphne and the people at Boom, because that was my pitch for the series when I came into the book, Parrott said. I said, hey, so I'd love the idea of her coming back, but I don't want her just to come back. I think it'd be kind of dull if she just comes back and joins the coinless and picks up with them. I want to change the status quo a bit, and I think there'll be something interesting. Now, I really like that idea because I didn't see Ranger Slayer ending like that. That's the final page of Ranger Slayer where you see her with the coin in the throne, leading the coinless and Draken's forces as they reunite. Like, that ending, how they changed the status quo, that is some ending for Ranger Slayer and the whole comic. So I'm glad they went that way, but I'm curious how they went that way. So maybe we'll find more as we read on, and maybe they'll talk about Draken New Dawn, who knows. And the thing that I thought was, in the same way Trini did sort of the worst thing she could do possibly think of, what if Kimberly sort of faced with a similar situation? And I was like, what's the last thing she wants to do? I liked this idea she'd come back and try and sort of pay for her mistakes, Parrott said. And then there's the photo of Ranger Slayer on the throne. Ranger Slayer shifts the status quo for the Ranger Slayer in the world of the coin of... Ranger Slayer shifts the status quo for both Ranger Slayer and the world of the coinless, and the world of Draken and the coinless. I get those two confused. And it sets up the next person to run with the ball in a big way. Oh yeah. You've talked about my whole Draken issue 3 cover where Ecliptor's coming back, or female Ecliptor, which people are speculating on the cover because I think the way they drew Ecliptor on that cover, people are mistaking Ecliptor to be a female or the heir of Ecliptor. I don't know. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, who knows. She ultimately has to end up becoming the thing she hates the most, which is some version of Draken. And I like that contrast of her not wanting like the reluctant leader who's literally sort of keeping the peace between these two factions. I thought it was a really interesting setting for whoever takes over, Parrott said. And this idea of everyone sort of working together, we talked about that a lot together, and we're like, well, it's Draken's followers, they follow him. Kim is now the leader of a powerful force, and it was time for a costume upgrade. As a result, injecting some of Draken's element already, and with her already stylish suit. Okay, here's what she looks like. This is one of the alternate covers for Draken New Dawn, which I think it's one of the reprints or one of the special editions they were hiding. But either way, this one looks freaking awesome. I think this is a Dan Mora cover, if I'm not mistaken. So there we just said, well, maybe we should make her look more like Draken in the same way Draken when Evil Tommy, maybe we should make her look more like Draken in the same way that Draken when Evil Tommy becomes Draken, one upped his outfit. We we were like, what should we do? Something similar. And we played with a bunch of designs, and we thought of 15 designs for it. And the one that ultimately I thought really brought out some Reganess to it is just really cool. It showed just some, it showed some ascension to the throne, and it seemed just like the right thing to do. Okay, so that's talking about Ranger Slayers now comic book shops, and read Ranger Slayers. So yeah, I really do like this interview Ryan had with comicbook.com, despite what comicbook.com will report on the news when it comes to the news, but they do get good exclusives here and there. So this is an interesting one. They talk about the status quo. It's not what I thought it would be, but it's what I had at the time when I was reading it, because Ranger Slayer is the piece between these two factions, and a lot of people who see that photo of Kimberly on the throne, on Lord Draken's throne with the new armor, a lot of people think, oh, she's evil again, what's going on? So, like, a lot of people have not read Ranger Slayer, so, like I said at the start of the video, please read Ranger Slayer, because I'm definitely going to be covering Draken New Dawn when it comes out next month, as it comes out for the next couple of months. Well, I'm definitely going to cover it next month when issue 1 drops, that is for sure, so be sure to stick around for that. But either way, read Ranger Slayer. I'm excited to see where the status quo is going to go, because some familiar faces are showing up in this comic. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. So anyway guys, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out, take care, all that good stuff. Bye!